Zombie Derby Pixel Survival is a side-scroller zombie killing game. Not 100% sure what this genre is, but it's the third game in the Zombie Derby series by Brine Media, and in some ways it's both better and worse than the previous games. While I will be reviewing this game by itself, I will add comments as to how it differs from its predecessors, and link to my reviews of the first two games in the description. Like the first two, this game is short, taking 2.5 hours to beat, spread out across 10 levels, and I found level 10 to be the hardest. I guess the devs just decided level 7 needed to be really challenging, as it took more attempts than any other level due to its complexity. All levels have the same goal: get from point A to point B and don't die. Pretty simple concept, although in this game you have a health bar that takes reductions every time you hit a zombie or an obstacle, and some degree of skill and thought is needed, as you'll need to think when to use your limited bullets, when to just grit your teeth and take damage, when to use and not use your nitro boost, etc. This was a nice change overall from the first two games, where you had unlimited health but limited gas, versus in this game you have unlimited gasoline but limited health. While it could be frustrating at times, I think it overall required you to use your noggin a bit more versus the first two installments in this series. And this game has a ton of enemy variety compared to the first two Zombie Derby games. I want to say the first game only really had 2, 3, maybe 4 zombie types max, being walkers, sprinters, juggernauts, and zombies that threw explosive barrels, while Pixel Survival had way more variety. You had normal walkers, of course, and juggernauts requiring 2 bullets to kill, but you now had shielded enemies, enemies with torches and some sort of explosive canister, and many more Zeds, and you get rewards for discovering new undead enemies. And, similar to the first two games, this title gave you 10 vehicles to use throughout the game, with an 11th for a bonus mode. But what I really liked about Pixel Survival versus the first two games is that you weren't forced to change your vehicle every level. The first games were designed so that you had to use the new vehicle on each level to beat it, but in Pixel Survival, you can use whatever vehicle you want to finish any level, although some of the weaker cars simply don't have the stats to finish some levels. Not sure if I had a favorite vehicle, but the buggy would be a potential candidate. I also like this about Pixel Survival versus its predecessors. You can actually watch your vehicle's upgrades progress and get better when you install them, versus on the first two games, there's no cosmetic difference with each upgrade if my memory serves me right. Apart from the main quest, this title also has limited time events which were surprisingly challenging, and a grand total of 10 achievements, 8 of which I unlocked. And a nice addition to the series, between levels some dude pops up on screen with funny dialogue. A nice touch. Graphics-wise, this game nailed its cartoonish look and is just further proof a game doesn't need hyper-realistic graphics to be good. The soundtrack, like the first two games, was just some various rock music, although I generally played it with the music off while listening to podcast-style videos. And yeah, Zombie Derby Pixel Survival, probably the best game of the series, earns a 8.9 out of 10 from me. Not something I'd play all day, but 100% worth grabbing when on a sale. And this game is on Xbox as well as PC, by the way. Some similar games I'd suggest if you enjoyed Zombie Derby Pixel Survival and if you are looking for games like these, I'd suggest maybe checking out the first two games. Anyways, that's all from me for today, folks. Thanks for watching. For anyone new to my channel, I mostly play, review, and discuss zombie and horror games, so feel free to maybe check out some of my other content if that sounds interesting. Always remember that Jesus loves you all very much. Thanks again for watching. Peace.